Moment of silence for the champions, for those who make going hard a lifestyle. Never wait for nothing, gotta get it right now. I'm in the spotlight when they turn the lights down. Only a champ swing the hardest in the 12th round. I love the fourth quarter, I love the ninth inning, I love game 7. Bring on the competition, cause in my heart can't nobody do it better. Can't slow me down, won't stop me never. I'm so Cassius Clay, I'm Tyson in his prime.
You know me, man. I'm Barry Bonds with Mines. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Pressure Podcast. This is a Saturday night edition. Players under pressure. Let's get it.
Give me a hell yeah!
We're coming to you on a day where Bill Belichick buyout gossips are circling around college campuses. So the news is, the report is from the same reporter that reported before anybody knew that or thought that Bill Belichick was going to North Carolina. He reported it and nobody believed him and it ended up having to be true. This same reporter saying that both Bill Belichick and North Carolina are looking for ways to buy out Bill Belichick from his contract, relieve him of his head coaching duties at UNC, which is, from a lot of people, spells bad, but for me, it spells, I guess, sunshine. I guess a glimmer of hope.
I ain't gonna lie, that's an opportunity for somebody. For somebody.
Yes.
And they don't have to be college necessarily.
I'm not even thinking college. Fuck college. I'm thinking that if John Harbaugh does not last past this season, we give Bill Belichick a fucking call. He's from Annapolis, Maryland anyway. He loved his favorite player probably while he was coaching was not even Tom Brady. It's probably Ed Reed.
Or maybe he could step down and be offensive coordinator.
Or he could be defensive coordinator. Fire Zach Orr and bring him on. But I don't think Bill Belichick will ever coach under John Harbaugh. I don't see that happening.
Or even
I don't see that happening.
maybe.
I wish. I want him to be the head coach or the defensive coordinator if we lose John Harbaugh. I don't want to lose John Harbaugh. I'm a Ravens fan. Let me put that out clear for everyone to hear.
Yeah,
All right.
Let me rephrase this real quick before I take it out of context.
I don't want John Harbaugh to lose his job. I love the coach we have. But if they are going to get rid of him, I would like them to call Bill Belichick, is what I'm saying.
I hear you, brother. I hear you.
I would love for him to be our defensive coordinator.
I ain't gonna lie. You telling me this, I'm thinking Kevin Patullo, get the fuck out of Dodge. Maybe we could go get him. I don't know. I'm just thinking outside the box. Why not?
But if he doesn't mind being a defensive coordinator, then I love it. But I just don't see him doing that only. But it would be awesome. But those are the rumors. That's a gossip for today. But without further ado, we are coming to you live from our studio in Orlando, Florida. It's your boy King Cole.
LeBron, finish him.
We are rated M for millennials, motherfuckers. This is the Pressure Podcast. It is Savage Saturdays. On Saturdays, we use what we have established on Thursday to make our picks and predictions for this week, which is week 6 in the QFL. For all who don't know, the QFL is what I call the NFL. And players under pressure. We always like to list a bunch of players, list out some names of guys who have the most pressure to perform or the most pressure to come out with a victory because time is ticking and the football season is running out immediately. It's a very short season. It flies by quick. We're already in October. The first month is already over and time's ticking. So today we will make our predictions and our picks. And also the players under pressure, and also we'll talk some fantasy football and some pressure bets.
Before anything, I just want to say I appreciate the viewers. I appreciate everybody who comments, who sits there and actually watches us and enjoys and are entertained by us.
Yes,
I appreciate y'all for real.
We do appreciate all that.
Like, comment, subscribe if you like.
We appreciate the views. We appreciate the subscribers. Please leave a like and comment. We want to hear your takes. This is a viewer-friendly podcast.
Haters too.
Those are our favorites. Those are our favorites. We want the haters in here. We want to argue. We want to yell off our lungs how you don't know shit and your mama don't know nothing either. Just messing. But today we have a big slate of games to talk about, so let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen.
Give me a hell yeah!
Yes. So we got the London game here. It's I call it the London bye week because this is not much of a game. You have the Denver Broncos who are 3-2 against the winless New York Trash, and don't look like they're gonna win it any better. I call it the London bye week for the Broncos. What do you expect from this game, broski?
A blowout. I'm expecting the Jets to fold. They're just not gonna win any games this year. They don't have anything, whether it be. I'm not saying that they're not gonna score, but what I'm saying is it's gonna end up being a blowout. The game is gonna start off. They might look good at times, but it's the Jets, and they always seem to. I'm sorry, it's the Trash, and they always seem to fall flat on their face, even when they're in the game. So, even if this game is close, that you know who's gonna win, and that's Denver.
I expect
Bo Nix to go crazy.
I expect New York to be the first to 6 losses. That's what I expect. I mean, we didn't.
Screw you! You're fired!
Fire the coach because he's a black coach, and he's 0-6, and I don't think it's his fault. Aaron Glenn, I think he's a pretty good coach. It's just there ain't nothing there for him to do with. I thought he should have went to another team. The Broncos are favored by 7.5 points. You said it was a blowout, so you got that covering. I also got that covering. I don't think it's going to be much, but I wouldn't bet on it. I would probably just bet Denver win. Just you never know with bye week in London. If it was in USA with normal travel schedules, I would be more confident. But travel schedules matter, believe it or not, guys. It matters with Vegas. It matters with a lot of people.
Jet lag matters.
And the fact that it's a untimely, it's just an untimely game. Denver is going to win, but I just don't know if that 7.5 is going to cover. You said a blowout. I expect New York to lose the 6th game. That's what I expect. I don't know what to expect as far as scoring wise, so I'm not going to bet. I'll probably just take the money line on Denver Broncos.
Let's say I'll take the +7.
All right, 7.5.
I'll take the 7.5.
All right, so I got next the AFC North game. I didn't know what else to call it. I didn't want to disrespect Dylan Gabriel, and I did not want to disrespect the Pittsburgh Steelers, even though how much I want to. But they're the ones who are 3-1, not us. So I gotta keep my mouth shut for now. Fuck that shit.
Be cool, nigga.
But you got the 1-4 Cleveland taking on the 3-1 Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Steelers are favored by 5.5. So it's -5.5 on the Pittsburgh side. I expect Pittsburgh to stamp the AFC North title in this game. I expect them to win convincingly. I think Cleveland's going to give him some struggles. I hope Dylan Gabriel's up to the task of getting the upset. But until I see it, I can't believe it. So I'm going to go with Pittsburgh on this one. And I think they're going to cover the 5.5 point spread.
I also agree with that. I second that. But I wanted to say I think Aaron Rodgers is going to struggle in this game because even though Cleveland doesn't have a great offense and we still it's an unknown with the quarterback, they still have a great defense.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. So they're always going to be in the fight. If you watched the game last week, they was in the fight. Like they were right there.
If Dylan Gabriel shows up as some kind of gamer and puts up a fight, they could actually win this game because I don't see Aaron Rodgers winning comfortably as far as passing the ball. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's going to be one of those ugly wins for Pittsburgh. But because Cleveland's offense is not, you know what I'm saying, nothing to note thus far, you know what I'm saying,
it's a big
6
if.
weeks.
It's a big if.
We don't know what offensive output we can expect from Cleveland under Dylan Gabriel. He's only played one. So till we know any better, we will have to take Pittsburgh, even though I don't expect Pittsburgh to score more than, I say, 24 points, maybe even 27. They're going to cover 5.5 because I don't know if Cleveland's going to score 17 or 20 or less, you know. So, but it's no disrespect to Dylan Gabriel, you know. Players under pressure. He's a rookie. I'm not going to put him under pressure because he doesn't deserve it. But I would love to see Cleveland maybe look like they have something at quarterback for the first time in a long time. It's not been that long when they had Baker Mayfield, but 5 years have flown by and they haven't done shit since. So
True.
And like I said, watch out for this team. This team is a playoff roster if they have a quarterback. So get ready, y'all. I don't want to say I told you so, but I hope Pittsburgh lose. Then we got the surprise shootout is what I call it. The Arizona Cardinals versus the Indiana Colts. The Colts are favored by 7 points here. Vegas has it favored by 7. Now, before I ask what do you expect from this game, I'm going to ask you a question. And those viewers out there, please feel free to comment on it. Do you think the 7 point spread is disrespectful to Arizona by Las Vegas? Because
No.
they're expecting Indiana to win convincingly.
No, because you're watching a Colts game who is disciplined, who is taking care of business, and who is even in that Rams game, they stayed in that game for the most part, and they don't get stupid penalties, they don't make stupid mistakes, except for that one that Adonai Mitchell made. But what Arizona seems to be is like a clown show. It's always something with that team where if it's not the defense surprisingly giving up a lot of points, it's Kyler Murray just not playing well. He didn't play well enough in this game, even though I don't think he was the reason why they lost that game last week. He didn't do much to make that game, to the point where we're like, there's no way they could come back from this. You know what I'm saying? He kept them in the game, and he plays around too much. So to me, it's like a clown show over there. I can't take them seriously. I'm going with the Colts, and yes, I will take the 7 over.
So maybe Vegas agrees with you. Maybe they don't take Arizona seriously. But I don't know how you could take Indiana that seriously just yet already. Arizona's a quality opponent. Let's just put it like that. This is not one of the worst teams in the league. This is one of the mediocre teams in the league. Would you say that? They're quality.
I'm not saying.
They're.
I'm not saying when Kyler Murray doesn't show up that they don't.
I'm not saying whether Kyler Murray showed up or not. You're not hearing what I'm saying at all. I hadn't even mentioned Kyler Murray. I said Arizona's a quality opponent. They're not one of the worst teams in the league. They're more in the mediocre in the middle of the field. This is a team that you could spend money on tickets to watch in person, and you won't be disappointed whether they win or lose because they're actually a pro football team.
No, yeah, that's true.
Okay, and they're a quality one that knows how to win and give tough opponents a good game, which is why I said surprise shootout. They have yet to lose by 7 points from what I've seen, and I don't trust Indiana to be that much better than they are. Remember, they just got humbled a few weeks ago, so I think Indiana's going to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is a close game, down to the wire. I don't have Indiana exalted that much more than Arizona. The only reason I have them in my tower rankings that high compared to Arizona is because they're actually producing. Meanwhile, Arizona's not. But in matchups concerned, I wouldn't say they're evenly matched up, but I don't know if I feel safe with 7 with Indiana. It's just 5 games in.
I just feel like at home too.
If this was a year of Indiana doing this, I'd be more comfortable saying this, but I just don't know. I don't know. At home, I get it. It is a home game, so maybe they give them bonus points for that. But
that's not what I'm thinking. I feel like them watching the game last week, seeing what the Cardinals ended up doing in that game. That's alarming, bro.
It is alarming.
It's showing that your team doesn't have discipline, and it's not the first time. Kyler Murray does dumbass shit sometimes,
and they still don't lose by 7 points. That's my point.
I get you, but I think this opponent is a little bit better than the ones they've been facing.
Only time will tell. I can't say that just yet. So I wouldn't. If it was my money on the line, I would not bet the 7 point spread. I'd just bet Indiana money line.
If it's my money on the line, I'm not betting 7 either.
Yeah.
I'm not betting on nobody's 7.
Yeah. So let's get to
my money. With your money.
Next slate of 1 o'clock games. Here we have the class of 2020 game. Here you have Justin the Herbert versus Tua Tagovailoa, Mr. Braindead himself. But it's a noteworthy matchup because one team looks like they could make the playoffs, and the other team, we're wondering why they're not making the playoffs. Obviously, now Tyreek Hill's gone, so there goes that. But before that, they were still a head-scratcher. I expect Herb and Tua to be an even match somehow, some way. I expect them to have similar numbers.
You might not be wrong about that.
I wouldn't even be surprised if Justin Herbert plays down to Tua's level or Tua surpasses him in some way or shape or form. But I think they're going to be evenly matched.
I feel like if you look at the games last week, Tua outplayed Herbert, and by a mile. Like, even though the game was, they lost the game. It doesn't matter.
Now, the only reason I respect Herbert over Tua is because Herbert isn't brain dead. But if Tua was completely brain healthy, I trust him way more than I trust Justin Herbert. He's at least clutch. This guy ain't. He's had game-winning drives. This guy doesn't. This guy's come back against good teams. This guy doesn't. So, no, I think this is going to be an evenly matched team. I think Justin Herbert is going to be very, very, very embarrassed to say that he went toe to toe with Tua Tagovailoa and won. Where you should have said I went in there and wrecked shit up and came out to South Beach.
Chicken ass.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to say. But I don't think that Herbert's going to be able to say that. So I expect the Chargers, who are 4.5-point favorites, to cover because Miami's that bad, but not because of Justin Herbert. What do you expect?
I say pretty much the same because Miami's defense is atrocious as well.
Mhm.
It's like I think that's the biggest problem with them is their defense.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think Tua played bad last week. I really don't. I don't think he was amazing, but shit, 3 touchdowns. I mean that's not, you know what I'm saying. You don't just sneeze 3 touchdowns. You feel me? Like,
But they are 1-4, so you have to admit that what they are.
yeah.
So
Their whole team is not.
we expect the Herbert
A better
and
team
them
than
to
the
win by
Chargers.
4.5 or more, but I don't think it's because of Herbert. I think Herbert's going to be a game manager, do what he can do, and then Tua's going to answer the same, but one team's going to be more productive than the other. That's what I expect. Then we have Dak versus Bryce here. So you have Dak, who's in a comeback year. He looks like he's going to be the comeback player of the year thus far. And he's got Dallas on on a nice roll coming into this game offensively, and we're waiting to see if CeeDee Lamb's going to play. But there you have Bryce here. Bryce is an up and down season so far. That some games he plays mediocre, some games he plays very bad. Then the next game he plays pretty good, and then he plays bad again, and then he plays pretty good, and then he plays bad again, and then now he's mediocre again. So let's see. I think he's due to play pretty bad again. But against this defense, which is I think is the worst defense in the league outside my Ravens when not healthy, I gotta say that Bryce is gonna do something here, even if he plays bad, because that defense is that bad. They got no pass rush. They can't. I don't know if they can get tackles for losses here.
I think Dak will shoot out him though.
Yeah.
Like, in that case.
And if these guys use their running game the way they've been doing lately, they might put up a fight. And you know what I'm saying? But I still think Dallas is going to win.
Yeah,
I've got Dallas covering by the 3 points that they're favored. And Dak is going to outmatch Bryce Young. It's just that much simpler. You're going to see why Dak is the highest paid athlete in all of the NFL. Do you expect the same? What do you expect?
I think Bryce Young will have success against that defense, but I don't think it'll be. I still think they might knock him out pretty early.
Mm-hmm.
I like with Bryce, it's either it's hit or miss, like you say with Bryce. But he also seems to like in the first half he just doesn't get going early enough. And I feel like that kind of fucks up his rhythm so that when he gets in the rhythm in the third quarter, by the fourth quarter, it's almost like he reverts back to the first quarter.
Yeah.
So that's my problem with Bryce.
I don't see this being much of a game. We'll see, hopefully, because Dallas defense is that ass. But if Bryce Young doesn't show up in his A game, we already know what's going to happen there. It should be a blowout. Then I got surprise shootout number 2. New England versus New Orleans.
This guy, now he's a Rattler fan.
No. It's not that I'm a Rattler fan. I'm not a Rattler fan.
You just don't like the Patriots.
No, it's not that. It's not that. I'm just calling how I see it. I think Drake May's on a roll, and I think Rattler's getting better as the weeks go by.
Oh, I like it.
But I've been saying that. I've said, the man is getting. It seems like he's improving every week. I said that last week when I gave him his QB grade. So I'm just going with what. Remember, this is the format, everybody. Mondays we recap what happened during the weekend, right? After the dust settles and see what we have. Thursday we use that to establish what we have. And then using what we have on Thursday established, we make our predictions for Saturday. That's all I'm doing right now. I established that this man has improved week by week. And if that is true at home against New England, which is a formidable foe, this looks like a surprise shootout number 2. I don't think people expect this to be much of a game. But if you've been watching these two teams lately, they're coming in with some momentum here. So New England's favored by 3.5 points. I got that covering barely. I just think that they're the better team, so eventually they'll pull away. But I expect a nail-biter. New England win. What do you
I
expect?
think Spencer Rattler's going to put up a fight, but yeah, New England will come out victorious with this win. Spencer Rattler is somebody who's, I said, been growing on me. And I also mentioned, I believe, like 3 weeks ago, that they might have somebody formidable as a quarterback to start. So
Just might.
it just might be that. That's
So
what they have.
New England,
I'm picking New England, but
3.5 cover.
man, that's gonna be a good game. I think that's gonna be a good game.
We'll see. Those two
Goddamn white boy.
white QBs should put on a good show, I think. And here's the last slate of games here before we get to the main events. I got the Judgment Day game here, the Los Angeles Rams versus the Baltimore Ravens. Now, why do I call it Judgment Day game?
Oh damn!
Can you guess why? I'll give you one guess.
Hold on, is that right? Can I? I don't know if they can see that.
The Terminator.
Is that what's happening?
Judgment Day game. Why do you think I call it that?
That's what I'm saying by T2.
No.
No.
No. It has
Talk
nothing
to
to do
me
with
then.
that. It's because if we don't win this game or show that we have some fight in this game before the bye week, we're not making the playoffs. We'll be 1-5 with a very, very, very low self-esteem. I'm not expecting us to win, but we cannot come out like we did against the Texans no matter what. No matter what. Now, I get it. The Texans have a way better defense than the Rams do, so maybe we'll be able to score some more. They had better. It had better. Because Judgment Day is today. We have the bye week next week. We cannot afford to look like we did the last week. Head into that without Lamar Jackson. Because no matter how great Lamar Jackson is, he cannot get us out of a 1-5 hole like that. If we were 1-5 but we scored 30 points in this game, yes, we can. Yes, the fuck we can. But it's also Judgment Day for another reason. Pay attention, motherfuckers.
Finish him.
For those of you who are ahead of the Ravens, that is including the Texans, that's including the Colts and the Jaguars and the Chargers and the Broncos and the Patriots. Win, win, and win. Josh Allen is off to the side doing his own thing. He's going to win the number 1 seed in the AFC. All roads to the Super Bowl is going to go through Buffalo as long as they're there. Pat Mahomes doesn't have nothing to prove to anybody. He's over there doing his own thing, trying to get his team back in the groove of things. Don't worry about him. The only guy that's in the mix that's not around right now is Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson. But Joe Burrow's gone for 3 months. Lamar's only gone for 1 more week, this week. When he comes back, y'all get ready.
Yeah, it's looking like, bitch.
We have an easy-ass schedule after this. And when we get back, I'm sure we're going to win like 5-6 games in a row. Get ready, y'all. Judgment Day is coming for everybody, not just the Baltimore Ravens. But Baltimore, just put up a fight at home like you know you can. Show us the grit that we know them for. We don't expect you to win. I already said that. We don't expect a surprise victory. But show some heart, man. Come on, bro. Show what we're made of before, we get embarrassed again. Then we got week 6 worst game. I don't know what else to call it. It's a Tennessee 1-4 versus Las Vegas 1-4. Oh, however, my bad. I spoke too much on the Ravens. What is your expectation of this game?
I think this guy's gonna be Swiss cheese pretty much. It's gonna get bad. I think because at least if that's what Cooper Rush is bringing, I don't trust what I'm seeing. Can I see more grit with the defense? Possibly. I mean, that was embarrassing, so I'm pretty sure, they would want to,
What's up, guys? How you doing, brother?
Tighten that.
Jamie.
Give me a hell yeah.
I don't know. Matthew Stafford, he's a veteran. You know what I'm saying? He's got to get the team back on track. This is the perfect game for that. Perfect storm, pretty much. Y'all with all those people hurt.
This is a
Oh,
perfect
my
game for them
God,
to get back on track. I wouldn't think so.
For Matthew Stafford.
No, how you being a bully is gonna get you back on track. The only way you could be a bully is if you're a match guy the same. You say
They can't be the bully right now though. They're hurt, bro.
exactly. So no, I'm not talking about the Ravens. I'm saying the Stafford and them.
Yeah.
You're asking them to bully a team that's like you're asking them to pick on somebody that's not his size. and get
I
momentum
see
off
what
of
you're
that.
saying.
That
I see
ain't
what
gonna
you're
work.
saying. I see what you're saying.
You got to pick on somebody your own size, bully him, and then you can get some momentum the way you want it. It ain't gonna work against a team like
I
that.
think it'll be a clean game for Matthew Stafford.
Oh, they
I'm
did
thinking
that.
like three, maybe 4 touchdowns.
Gotcha. They're favored by 7 points. I think that's going to cover. I got Los Angeles Rams winning this game. So then we get to the worst game in Week 6, Tennessee and Las Vegas. This is the first 4 o'clock game here. Las Vegas is favored by 4.5, though, surprisingly. I think it's because Vegas views the Raiders like I kind of do. I said it a few weeks ago, I think Week 3. The Raiders are only good enough to compete with 500 or below teams. Anybody above that, they cannot compete with them. And this is one of those below 500 below teams, one of the worst.
Yeah.
And that's probably why I kind of agree. I
don't like this. I don't like Cam on the road.
Yeah, I expect the Titans to fight because coming off that win last week, maybe they're gonna have some more confidence.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think they're gonna be out coached and outclassed by a superior team in the Vegas Raiders.
And the fans.
Yeah.
Because remember, this is a home game, so you're a rookie going into the Raiders Stadium and.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know if that stadium has that reputation just yet. It has a reputation as one of the best stadiums. That's like
no, but even then,
state of the art.
But you're talking about a rookie who's gonna hear all that noise and he might not be able to get the calls out. You know what I'm saying? That's what the fans can do.
Cam Ward, if I were you,
but Geno, you gotta play better if you're gonna win this game, bro. Like,
if I was Cam Ward, I would bet every fucking dollar of my next paycheck for Tennessee to win. And go out and do it.
Geno and
that's what I'll be.
What's the other guy from Cincinnati? Brownie.
Don't talk about Brownie. We're about to talk about him right now.
No, because I'm saying Geno and him lead the league in interceptions.
Oh shit! I didn't know that. Jeez, right.
Finish him.
All right. But who you got winning that game? Vegas.
Yeah, I'm going with Vegas.
Yeah.
I just think he's too young. He's a rookie, man. Like you expect.
I know King Jamie don't like the Raiders. He's not just saying that because he's a Chiefs fan.
But hey, I'm not gonna lie. You might see some. You might see something good.
I don't think you're gonna see shit.
Fatality.
I think you might have to one of the best throws I've seen him make all season.
Well,
that might be a momentum builder.
You know, the only reason I don't switch right now to shut you up is because I love Geno Smith too damn much. Otherwise, I would just switch right now. You know what? Fuck y'all. I'm going with Cam Ward because I know he wants the Raiders to lose. So fuck that shit. I'll switch up and go with Cam Ward, but I love Geno too much because what he's gone through and his progression, and I think he's actually one of the most underrated quarterbacks. He's just playing bad right now, but I think it's because of the team he's on. Yeah, then we got the last game we're going to cover here is the All Eyes on Lambeau game. The only reason I call it this is because everybody wants to see if Green Bay can bounce back as they should. This is not supposed to be an easy game. Matter of fact, Green Bay is favored by 14.5 fucking points, motherfucker.
Finish him.
So I always say I don't trust those plus 12, the double-digit spreads. I never trust it. I never trusted. The last time Green Bay was favored, this was just a few weeks ago against the Cleveland Browns. I said Cleveland's going to give him humble pie. What happened? They served them up humble pie in their first loss of the season. Just took them right off their mojo. Now they're playing say it again?
They just came off a tie.
And they came off a tie. Yeah. And then they went on a bye. So unexpected loss, a fucking tie, and then a bye week. All eyes on Lambeau to see if the Green Bay Packers are going to go back to a 2-0 start that they started of. We'll see. They should against this team. It's just the Cincinnati Bengals. They're not going to pose to you no threat offensively or defensively. This should be a 14.5 win spread.
You think so?
I don't think it's going to happen. I'm betting money. I'd bet money that Cincinnati does not fucking let them cover 14.5 somehow, some way. I don't know why, but not because I hate Green Bay or anything. Something tells me that this is not going to be a blowout like everybody thinks they are.
Yeah, something's not right.
Something's just not right with Green Bay's offense. So all eyes are on Lambeau to see if you guys can look like what everybody predicted to be in the Super Bowl in the first place.
They got a great running game. I mean, he's doing his thing.
What do you think, King Jamie? Who you got in this game? And because I got Green Bay, but not by 14.5 points.
Jacobs gonna be able to run all over this defense, but what the problem is, Green Bay gave up 40 points.
Well, he says he'd take the Bengals if Burrow was still there, but Burrow is not.
Yeah, but bro,
But
bro's not there. That's
something
not-
tells me Cincinnati's going to score on these guys.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm not just saying that because I have Jamar Chase in my fucking fantasy football team.
Fatality.
Something tells me not to trust Green Bay or that fucking spread. So I'm gonna bet Green Bay money line, and that's where I'm gonna keep it because I expect Green Bay to struggle somehow, some way. What do you expect?
There's no way they're gonna. I don't think so. 14 points is crazy for anybody, let alone somebody coming off a tie.
Bingo.
That's just how I feel about that. But yeah, I'd say Green Bay wins though. I mean, they're terrible.
Their ass. All right, so let's get to the main events. All right, starting with the game of the week at 1:00. You got the 3-2 Seahawks versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. A surprise of the AFC South. It's a 4-1 Jaguars are welcoming in the 3-2 Seahawks, and the Seahawks are favored by 1.5 here, brother. So you're talking about the Seahawks, who are the number 5 ranked offense and the 12th ranked defense in the league, versus the Jaguars, who are surprisingly the top 10th offense in the league, the 10th ranked offense. But not surprisingly, I already know that they had one of the best defenses, 8th ranked defense in the league. What to expect in this game, brother?
Yeah, King Jamie, I'm going with the Seahawks as well. I just like the quarterback play right now. I think Donald's playing better than Trevor Lawrence, and they ain't even close. So I'm going with Seahawks, and yeah, I'll take the spread. That's fine.
Seattle leads series all time 6-3. I expect more of the same. I expect a better quarterback to win, and that is Sam Darnold. I also expect, I want to be clear when I say that, the better defense to win as well. Now, as you see the rankings, this one, Jacksonville, is ranked better than Seattle. But this is a new coach. This is a new year. This is a lot of question marks and unknown. This coach over there has been there for 2 years now. This coach, so it is his 3rd year. This coach over here has also have, no, this is his 2nd year. He's also had a 10-win season with Geno Smith playing worse quarterback than Sam Darnold. And I thought Geno Smith was playing very good quarterback last year. So if Sam BP is here in Jacksonville, there's no way that Terrell Lawrence is going to be able to come up and outplay or outduel Sam Darnold. I think Seahawks are going to cover this game. I think this is one of the best Vegas spreads in the weekend. This is one of those pressure bets. Hit Seahawks, hit Seahawks, hit Seahawks. So that's my prediction. I think Trevor Lawrence has a lot to learn still to compete with that level. But if he shows me what he showed against Kansas City last week, then we have a problem.
Yeah, that one throw could start some shit. It's possible.
Okay.
It is possible because he played. I think he made the plays when he needed to make the plays.
Yeah,
I mean, that was what we saw last week. Can nobody deny that? That's what he did.
So let's get to the next game. This is a 4:00 game here. This is prime time here. You got 4-1 versus 4-1. It's the San Francisco 49ers. This is a game I want to watch. And Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Actually, I could actually go drive down I-4. We're in Orlando, Florida, as y'all know. We could literally drive an hour away to go to Tampa and watch Baker Mayfield cook. I don't know why we don't do it more often. But
Yeah,
I know you work tomorrow.
Yeah, we need to freaking.
We need to get one of those, okay? But you got the Bucks favored by 3.5 points. Vegas is doing their homework here, okay? They could have easily just did 1.5 because it's 2 4-1 teams, but no, they said 3.5 because of a reason, and we'll expand on that right now. I mean, 6 of the last 9 matchups have been blowouts, just so you know. 17 or more points.
Damn.
6 of the last 9 matchups, okay? Both teams have blown each other out, okay? So I already know not to expect a close game, and Vegas doesn't either. That's why they say 3.5, but obviously they're going to show some respect to the 49ers. But you got also the 22 ranked offense versus the 7th ranked offense at home. And then the 7th ranked defense versus the 23rd ranked defense at home. So I expect Mac Jones to cook a little, but he ain't no Baker Mayfield. He ain't no Baker Mayfield.
Damn, I think you fucking read my mind.
And I expect the Buccaneers to win this game and cover.
I think the Bucks will win this game.
The best QB wins this game.
At home too?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But Mac Jones is going to go work.
He's good. Yeah, I mean,
Mac Jones
is
and
playing
CMC
good,
are going to go to
I'm
work.
guessing.
So fantasy-wise,
yeah,
keep him.
play them.
But because Purdy's off for the week again. But
And because yeah, honestly, like you said, 23 ranked
yeah.
defense.
And another
Probably
pressure
not the
bet.
best.
Another pressure bet. Guess who's the number one receiver in yardage and receptions with cover 4 and cover 6 zone defenses? Egbuka, motherfucker. And guess what the Niners like to employ, because their defense is predicated on pass pressure and zone coverage.
Yeah.
San Francisco. That's another pressure bet. I'm betting that not only is he going to have more than 5 receptions, he's going to have more than 70 yards. So bet 5 receptions and 70 yards, Egbuka.
Yeah, he's gonna exploit that.
Yes. Okay. And I think we covered everything we need to about this game. Then let's get to the Sunday night football game. King Jamie, this is your game, brother. Here we have the 4-1 Lions versus the Kansas City Chiefs, who are 2-3, and still they're favored by 2.5 points. Do you think Vegas is disrespecting the Detroit Lions here? Because the Detroit won at Kansas City in 2023 home opener or season opener.
I don't think it's disrespectful. It's the number one. We consider him the number one quarterback in the NFL. He's going up against Jared Goff, who we consider, around the 10-ish area.
Are you
ranking
accusing
quarterbacks.
Vegas to see it as the QFL like I do?
Absolutely.
Finish him.
Without a doubt.
Because, yes, as you see, the number 1 ranked offense versus the number 12th ranked offense. But that offense is a little better than the ranking explains. Then you have the 16th ranked defense. I told you it's a little shady. It's a little sus at the secondary, not the pass rush and not the stopping of the run. They're good at run defense and they're good at getting to the quarterback, but they're not good at covering. That's why they're in the middle of the field. What to expect in this game, brother?
I'm picking Detroit to win this game, though. I am picking Detroit to win this game.
What the fuck?
Right now, they're just playing better than Kansas City Chiefs. It's not that the Kansas City Chiefs can't get it done, because obviously they're going to be at home, and you can expect them to be in the fight. But it's just that Detroit is playing on a really good level right now. Like, I can't.
What is he smoking, King Jamie? Because I was smoking it too, and they don't tell me that shit.
It is what it is.
King Jamie,
It is
defend
what it is.
yourself over here.
It is what it
I'll
is.
defend you for him. I don't know why I always defend the Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs are winning this game, brother.
get it.
Kansas City's winning this game. You don't think they remember that they beat them last time? You don't think that they know that they need to start winning some more games? And against this trash-ass secondary, Chiefs are going to feast. They're going to feast. The Chiefs are waking up little by little. Yeah, they lost last game. That's nothing. It's just one game, brother. They're going to play better and better and better as the team progresses. And I've already said this, and I stated it once, and I'll state it twice. The Kansas City Chiefs have the best secondary in all of football, okay? And I think they're going to expose Jared Goff and them.
They don't score enough, bro. They just don't score enough.
Against this team, they will.
All right,
That's my point. Against this team, they
we
will.
would definitely see about that.
Oh, we will see about that. Andy Reid is going to slice and dice those Lions. The Lions sleep tonight. I got you, Sunday Night Football. We'll hear it for you, King Jamie. I know you're going to be watching. All right. So let's get to the doubleheader of the Monday Night Football games. Here you have Josh Allen, the reigning MVP, on the road against ATL, the Falcons. This is an easy spread, negative 4.5. The Bills are favored by basically 5 points. You got the third ranked offense in Buffalo going against the 27th ranked offense in Atlanta. And then the 16th ranked defense versus the 15th ranked defense. So defensively, they're about the same.
Jesus.
But this is a fun fact here. Are you aware that the Buffalo Bills have passed for 300 yards at least every game this season?
Was not aware.
And are you aware that the Atlanta Falcons have never allowed 300 yards on total offense this season? This is interesting. Something's got to give. One team, all they do is point 300 yards, and the other one doesn't allow 300 yards. So something's got to give here. Something's got to give here. This might be a trap game. I'm betting the Bills, but I'm not betting that spread. I don't trust the Bills' defense, and Josh Allen has not looked like the MVP the last few weeks. So until he does, I've got to imagine that the Bills are going to win by maybe a field goal maximum.
Probably.
What to expect from this game?
I hope Josh Allen shows up, because I feel like Josh Allen hasn't been able to run the ball. So these are, let me see, I got
Not mine. I'm 38-17, King Jamie.
3 rushing touchdowns on the season. Josh Allen. This is not good. He has 3 rushing touchdowns on the season that he scored. 2 were against Baltimore, and he has 1 against 3 other teams. That's alarming to me because that's a big part of being a dual threat quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Being able to be as much as a threat running the ball as passing the ball. So if he shows up doing that, I think they'll win pretty easily.
Be cool, nigga.
But I'm still gonna say it's close because of that defense.
Yeah,
Said
but you know
15.
that defense.
I smell pussy.
I don't
think
trust
so?
it. Just don't trust it.
So you think it has to do with competition?
Not necessarily. One coach is clearly not better than the other. This is one.
Okay.
Okay, that's the I think those 2 coaches. I think the coach in Atlanta is actually very underrated. Is it Radio Raheem, right? Raheem Morris.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think he's very underrated. Number 2, Josh Allen has not looked like the MVP the last few weeks on the road against Atlanta with a team that can pass rush. Okay,
This is true.
they can't cover, but who do they have to cover? They got no weapons like that there. But Josh Allen will make weapons out of there if he shows up as the MVP. I don't know what to expect from Josh Allen, so I don't know what to expect from the Bills. So I'm going to expect the Bills to win because they are the better team.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to put my money on the 4.5 spread
yeah.
on the road against Josh Allen like the way he's been doing the last few weeks.
And then they're not even running the ball either. I feel like they didn't give Cook the ball enough.
Yeah. And that little fun stat right there, I know I couldn't fit it all there, but basically what it reads is it wasn't just passing yards; it was total yards. The Bills have had 300 yards a game every single season, every single game this season.
Yeah.
Okay, they've had 300 yards at least of offense. Meanwhile, the Atlanta Falcons have yet to allow 300 yards of offense on defense this entire season. They have yet to allow 300 yards, while the other team, all they have done is 300 yards per game. So this is something that collides here, and I don't trust the spread. I just don't trust it. I think Vegas is trapping not just us, but this is a trap game for Josh Allen too. However, this is the MVP. This is the better team. This is the number 1 team in the AFC, and probably a Super Bowl favorite for the AFC now. So I would expect Josh Allen to do what he does.
Goddamn white boy.
But I still don't think they're going to cover 4.5. And if they do, I wouldn't be surprised, but I wouldn't trust my money on it. So I got the Bills on this one, just the money line though. Yep. Oh, and then let's get to the last Monday night football game. This is it's a YN matchup here. We got Caleb Williams versus Jaden Daniels, JD5. Washington defeated Chicago a year ago, if everybody remembers, via Hail Mary. So Caleb almost won that game. This is a matchup of the 11th ranked offense and the 20th ranked defense versus the number 8 ranked offense and the 10th ranked defense. So Washington is obviously the superior team, but offensively they're evenly matched. And you saw that last year because of Hail Mary, they probably have a worse record. So what do you expect from this game?
JD to show what a real quarterback looks like.
Fatality.
Nah, I just think Washington's headed in the right direction. They just beat a good team. They just beat a good team, and they got JD5 back. I think that was all they was missing. They're in a collision course to the Super Bowl possibly. They're playing great. I think they're playing really good, and especially what I saw last week, defense and offense. It looked consistent.
This guy.
It looked like last year. It looked like last year, but with Debo.
Yes, I expect.
And you don't have
Daniels.
McLaurin back.
It's
Sorry.
a shame, Caleb Williams. I think Jaden Daniels here and Caleb Williams over here. To me, he's still a mediocre quarterback, but the offense is starting to click, and I hope so. And I'm not just saying that because I have DeAndre Swift. That's my fantasy running back. I think J.D. Daniels is a better overall quarterback, and you know me, with the QFL, I go with the better head coach QB combo, and that is in Washington. I believe that the Bears might continue on that upward trend, but it's not good enough against these guys who went to the NFC Championship game.
It's too inconsistent.
I don't think it's going to take a Hail Mary to win this one. I think they're going to cover the 4.5 point spread, and I think even though they just got out the bye week, they're going to force the Chicago to go back to the drawing board because they're not elite yet. That's what I expect from week 6 in the Q.
Finish him.
All right, let's get to the players under pressure. Players under pressure. It means who is under pressure to perform this weekend, all right? So we do things millennials way. This is rated M for millennials, motherfuckers. What we do is we try to make it a little fun for everybody to understand what we're trying to convey here. And one of those ways we like to do this is in the Dragon Ball Z world. There are 2 special rooms where when the Cell games was going, when Frieza's on the way, when the bad guy's there to threaten Earth, and you had to go to the lab and get in shape and get ready to battle. One room was called the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. It's a special room where you can spend a whole year's worth of training in 24 hours. He's in charge of the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, so take it away, brother. Who's under pressure?
All right, so right here we have Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes is easy. I just need you to score in the red zone. Score in the red zone more. I feel like the efficiency from the red zone has been bad this year, and it was a problem last year. Fix it. Caleb Williams, I just need you to get more consistent. I think you're playing good, but every time it seems like they put expectations on you, that's where you flop. JD5 is easy. Just go over there and show them what a real quarterback looks like. You know what to do. You know what. I don't have to tell you what to do. Josh Allen, easy, Superman. Go out there, use your legs, use your arm, use that cannon you have. This should be easy cooking.
Goddamn, white boy.
Trevor Lawrence. That throw you had, remember that throw, because you might need a couple of those come this Sunday.
Which throw?
The one, I believe that was to, who did he throw that to?
To
Was that Brian
Washington?
Thomas?
Washington? Was it a touchdown?
No. It was to the sideline. It was on the sideline. It was like a perfect ball. It was like, I think it went like about 20, 30 yards. I think it was to Brian Thomas, though, I believe. Dak Prescott, just keep cooking, man. I think you're playing great, and
Comeback
shall
player
we
of the
say,
year.
yeah,
He's the cover athlete of this episode.
or possible MVP.
Comeback player of the year and possible MVP. Yes,
Possible
sir.
MVP. Let's say how it is. Jared Goff, continue to do what you're doing, man. You don't need the yards. You don't need the glory. Use those running backs. Use your weapons. Keep it simple. You should get the job done. Jordan Love, it's simple, man. I just need you to put up some stats, man. You got 1,000 yards, bro.
I
You
smell.
got 1,000 yards.
I don't know. I smell pussy.
And you got the weapons, so it's like
Sorry, Jordan Love.
it's
I love you, bro,
inexcusable, bro. It's
but I smell
inexcusable.
pussy right now. I'm sorry.
Josh Jacobs, you have the weapons, bro. Like Tucker Kraft, like throw the ball, bro. Like the fuck? How the hell do you? Let me shut up. Justin Herbert, man, you got like You have 0 touchdowns and 2 fourth quarters in the last 2 games.
And yes, I think he has 4 interceptions.
And you have 4 interceptions. And there was another thing I wanted to say here. And in the red zone, you guys are second to last in percentage at 38%. That's alarming. Because if you're not the solution, you're the problem. And just because you guys are staying in games or winning these games, you're not getting them over the hump. So maybe you just are who you are.
Yeah.
But I need you to play better.
Well
Give
done.
me a hell yeah.
That was the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. He has the keys to that. I have the keys to the Gravity Room. In Dragon Ball Z, the Gravity Room is a special room where you can multiply Earth's gravity times however much you can handle. Come out and kick Frieza's ass. So let's go to the lower Gravity Room. It's 20 times gravity. In there you will find Mac Jones, Justin Herbert,
Goddamn, white boy.
and Daniel Jones. And every time I put them in the Gravity Room, I give them special instructions for them to succeed. For Mac Jones, it's to make plays. I don't need you to be a game manager in this game. You're going against Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield. Your job is to make plays while Purdy is recovering. So make plays for you to win, because if you don't, you're not going to fucking get a second opportunity, okay? This is your chance to show the whole league that you're still a quarterback that could be invested on. Then you have Justin Herbert. Makes sense, brother. Makes sense of why everybody loves you so much. Makes sense that you should be favored in Miami at all. I mean, at all, honestly, because to me, 4.5 points is way too much trusting in Justin Herbert, and I don't see it. So it makes sense of what Vegas has faith in you for. And as far as Daniel Jones, make money, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. Make money. You're going to get a fat contract very soon. Make money. And that's for 20 times gravity. After that, you got 50 times gravity. Here you have Trevor Lawrence, Caleb Williams, and Jordan Love. I also gave them instructions. Prove me wrong. You, Trevor Lawrence, I call you Terror, not Trevor, because you are a disaster of a quarterback sometimes. You played very good last week, so I'll give you a pass. However, you had an ugly fumble at the goal line, which I didn't like. You should have just kept it on the QB sneak. Your offensive line ended up, if you look at the replay, they ended up scoring you the touchdown. But because you wanted to jump and be impatient, someone punched it out, and you're lucky that they didn't go for 6. So your job is to prove me wrong. Prove to me that the better QB is not Sam Darnold, that it is you. That you have the better team and the better uprising and the better threat to the Super Bowl. For Caleb Williams, prove me wrong. Prove to me that you are on Jaden Daniels' class. You guys were in the same draft class last year, but you're not in the same quarterback class at all this year. So prove to me that you belong anywhere near the conversation. And Jordan Love proved me wrong. Prove to me that you actually do deserve a 14.5 point favorite. That you already got served humble pie and you've learned and you've hit the lab in the bye week, ready to perform. So let's get to 50 times gravity. That's 100 now. Here we have Jared Goff, Jaden Daniels, and Sam Darnold. And I gave him special instructions to expose. So Jared Goff is in Kansas City. I believe they have the best secondary in the league. Expose that for me, Jared Goff. If you are what everybody thinks you are, like he said and he predicted, I want you to expose Kansas City Chiefs because I would love nothing more than to see them miss the playoffs as long as the Ravens do too. I'm not just saying that because my team's 1-4 and looking like they're 1-5. All right, Jaden Daniels, I want you to expose Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears for the frauds they are. They don't belong. They need to hit the lab. They're not good enough, and they need to retool. And as far as for you, Sam Darnold, expose Jacksonville for what they are. Frauds. Expose them. I know their defense is good, but not that good. They're not that good. They can't be, okay? Please expose them for me so the world could see and we could establish the hierarchy a more accurate way. And then you have the 400 times gravity. And here I only put the Super Saiyans and elite quarterbacks. In here you will find Pat Mahomes, Baker Mayfield, and Josh Allen. Now, I don't like to give these guys instructions because they know what to do. I don't have to tell them nothing. But Baker Mayfield, just go super again. You did it last week. You did it a few weeks ago. Just go super again, and you'll be glowing just like they are Super Saiyan. Stop.
Every week.
Yep. He's there. He's a Saiyan warrior. I've been called that shit. Those are the players under pressure for week 6, motherfuckers. We've made our picks. We've established what we needed to know. And we've used them to make our picks and predictions and players under pressure. And I gave you some good pressure bets and some fantasy football advice. This is the Pressure Podcast. It means to perform. It means to react, endure, using strategies in sports under rigorous environments, motherfucker.
Goddamn, white boy.
But
Yes, that was the catch.
Give me a hell yeah!
So, viewers, if you're watching, go check that highlight out. It was actually a really good throw.
yes. So
Super big facts.
I appreciate the tuners tuning in. I do appreciate you guys, but I got to cut it early. I have to go do something right quick. We will be back on Money Mondays. Money Mondays is when we recap everything that we saw in the weekend and digest what happened after the dust settles. That's the format. We're here Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at midnight. Only on YouTube, Pressure Podcast Live. Mondays, recap. Thursdays, establish. Saturday, predictions. That's literally the format. And in between them, we throw something fun. Money Mondays, we give the bum of the week and the money player of the week. Thursdays, we do the power rankings and the top 10 QBs and the tiers. And then Saturdays, players under pressure, as you see. So who's going to be bum of the week this week? I already know who it is. And guess what? He was there last year, too. That's the evidence. What do you say?
He said, remember not to eat no taco before. Makes you go to the classy event.
So that's good advice. Actually, that's very good advice. I'll say it louder. Remember not to let your wife eat Del Taco when you go to a classy event.
That's not what it says.
Yes, that's exactly what it says. Do not let your wife eat some Del Taco before you go to a class event. So if you're going to a wedding, if you're going to a business party, if you're going to something of that, you know what I'm saying, a high class, you know what I'm saying, high class society kind of thing, shindig, don't let your wife eat some Del Taco. Apparently it doesn't look good. It doesn't smell good. It doesn't feel good. That's words of the wise from King Jamie. Love this brother right here. Fucking love this brother. I'm sorry, King Jamie. I wanted to put you in to see what you predicted for the Chiefs game, but I'm sure you will be live for the game Sunday night. So we will hop onto your live and smoke a few with you, a few of the peace pipe. Watch Jared Goff get exposed, unlike my friend thinks over here. Watch the Kansas City Chiefs do what they do best and just kick ass,
It's not
baby.
Jared Goff. It's a system.
No,
It's
fuck
the-
the
it's the
system.
it's the running back.
Fuck the system. You
They ain't
not,
stopping it. They ain't
Did
gonna
you
stop
not
it.
hear
Why?
what I said about Pat Mahomes?
They not gonna stop it. Why?
Did you not hear what I said about Pat Mahomes?
I
The
don't
reason
care about Pat Mahomes. They not gonna stop that team.
This is the
That-
QFL.
The team is no.
This
that
is the
team good, bro.
QFL. This is the quarterback's fucking league, okay? It's not enough to have a good team anymore.
You will see.
No, you will see that the team that led the league in drop passes can still win because they got Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid. The best head coach QB combo always wins, and that's always going to happen. It's 90% of the time. But the reason I have this feeling is because not only that, is because, like I said, Pat Mahomes doesn't have to play his best every game. But when it matters, when he has a heavyweight foe, a number one contender in front of him or a number two contender in front of him, he doesn't fumble. He doesn't fucking flag or fail. Ever. I mean, ever. It's the games against Terrell Lawrence, Bo Nix, those guys. That's when he might lose. But a game against the Joe Burrows and stuff like that, that man, he might lose, but you ain't going to bet on it because you know he's going to show up, and he does every single time. When have you ever seen Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen or Joe Burrow beat Pat Mahomes when Pat Mahomes didn't show up? That's my point.
Finish him.
We will see you then, guys. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for the comments. King Jamie, love you, brother. We will see you tomorrow, man. Take care of yourself. I also got to take family to Disney again tomorrow morning. Another episode of that. But good luck, everybody. Good hunting. Be safe and take care of yourself.
Detroit, what?